Bulavinaka. Hello everyone, I hope you're well. I thought I'd just multitask while I'm washing the dishes and we have a quick chat. So first, because remember I wanted to update you on something regarding Melania. Right now I'm home alone. It's about, I think it's 7. I just finished one lecture. And my husband is here. Like honestly, he always arrives at the time when I'm doing videos. Anyway, I'll let him in shortly when he knocks. But I was just enjoying being home alone. Melania is maid of honor at a wedding tomorrow, so she's out for the night, doing all the stuff she needs to do. Gideon went with his Momo. Well, Momo from the Lawan side, because Momo from his, in the Nadi dialect, is his dad, so it's not his dad. He's gone with his Wanji. So, hang on, let me open the door for this young man. Hang on, honey, I'm coming. Oh, door's open, so he's here. Let me continue my video then. Okay, so I'm on to another chore, folding the clothes. I wanted to share with you something regarding Melania. So in the last video, I got carried away talking about my education situation. It is a situation. And man, I'm really behind, you guys, like really behind. I kind of knew I was behind when I did the last video, but I wasn't even close. I'm even more behind that. The lecture I just listened to was like, it's like up to module 5, and Viviana arrived at the online lecture. Anyway, it's okay. I will get on top of it. It's fine. I have submitted 2 assignments this week, and there is one more. Imagine, it's like due on Sunday. So I've already had 2 extensions, and I just had to ask for another extension because I have to catch up on all the reading so I can do the assignment well, right? Sorry, you have to listen to my vent a little bit about my education journey, as if anybody forced me to do it. But I wanted to just share with you something really quickly about Melania. So you know how I was in Dubai and I shared a piece on our youth and how we really need to release them. Please go back and watch it if you haven't seen it. It's the one where I'm sitting on this really awesome yellow chair that I wish I could have brought with me. But I talked about how we need to release our youth, and I'm just seeing more and more. Like I saw the CEO of the acting CEO of the FRU, which I posted on my page, Tuiloa, and like that's the younger generation I'm talking about, right? And it's like when we release them, we take it back again, and we just can't leave them to thrive or guide them, you know. And I also think sometimes when we on boards and all of that, and I know we need experience and stuff, but we always talk about the younger generation and preparing things for them, but then we separate them out into their own like groups, and so they're kind of speaking into things from the outside as opposed to being part of the decision making process and also being like actually part of boards. Like I just feel like we can be a whole lot more inclusive, because we learn from them as well. It's not just them learning from us. So anyway, I was sharing about that, and also in the spaces I'm in, trying to think about how I can engage and learn from that younger generation more. So anyway, I come back to Fiji. My daughter is just like so impatient for me to get back because she says she's got so much to tell me about. So she proceeded to tell me in just the short week that I was away, she she got herself into some meetings due to some references because she's awesome. And now she is engaged in a not-for-profit organization, and doing work or in support of juveniles, and when she was explaining to me, it's the actual one of the founders of this not-for-profit that approached her. And this lady is older, like much like older than me, and she spoke to Melania. She introduced her to the rest of the team and just had so much faith in Melania to to take over her work because she's going overseas in a year's time. So she's looking for someone to hand over a lot of this stuff to. My daughter is 23, and so I straight away, and I want to share this because here I am on one hand advocating and talking about the need for more of their voice. But when it happened to me, sorry, just giggling at Edwin in his corner. When it happened to me and it was my child, I straight away started thinking, oh no, man, is she ready? These are all very experienced people. Is she gonna be okay? Maybe she should just, hang back for a while. So I think God just allowed that to happen so that He could show me just how difficult it is for us to do that. And for me, it was more of, not that I have any doubt in her skills at all. I have full faith that she can do anything that God calls her to do, anything. But I think it's more of I realized it was more of a protective side of me, thinking, oh my goodness, here she is in the big world now, making her own way. She's gonna get hurt, she's going to make some mistakes, and people are not going to be nice sometimes, because that's the reality, right? And I just wanted to protect her from all of that. But interesting, this is what she said to me. She said, oh yeah, I know, Mom, I was thinking that this is a lot. And so I just sat and listened, and she said this to me. She said, but I realize also that I don't want to limit God. I don't want to put God in a box and think that I can only do a certain thing, because He opens doors for a reason. And so I'm really thankful that she has that wisdom. And for any of your parents, I just want to encourage you, whatever age they're at, because Gideon and I were just talking about this today, their personal relationship with Christ is really what's going to not only give you as a parent some comfort, but it'll really help them navigate in these spaces as they start to find their way. And so I'm really thankful that she has her own personal relationship with God, and I have mine. So when we were having that discussion, the Holy Spirit was kind of working in me, so I was able to quickly make the connection with what I was just talking about, and checking myself to make sure that I'm not imposing my own fears onto her. So that's what happened with her, and I wanted to share that because this is like a real life. This is life, right? And these things will happen with our children, and I hope they're useful for you. Just one last thing I want to mention on that is the role of us parents, not only in kind of guiding them and encouraging them in their own walk with God, whatever age, because Minnie is 23, but her journey with God has been over time. She's close, she's had her times of moving apart from Him, which we all do, but we've really tried to just be alongside her throughout that, not pushing her, but just holding her hand and allowing her to journey safely through that. Now the last thing is that she said that she noticed, she met some people, and she said when one of them said that I was your daughter, I felt like the atmosphere changed, and I felt that there was a bit more openness with accepting me, and I'm really fortunate to have experienced that as well with my own parents. And it just goes to show, yes, they're on their journey, but we can set the path, we can clear the path for them. And so this as well as parents, we often ask, if you get introduced, or your son or your daughter says that they got a new friend or a new partner, that's what we always, and we kind of we form a perception of the child based on the family. That's just, that's what we do. Where do they work? Are they a broken family? And I came under this because You know, I used to always, because my parents separated, and you kind of carry that stigma with you. But God also used that to, I guess, encourage me as well to remember that, you know, everything we do, our character is actually paving the way for our children. And we might not have millions of dollars that would leave them behind, but we can leave a legacy that will also take, you know, open doors for them and just give them a good start off in life. So there's my girl. She's doing her master's, and I can tell you she's really helping me out and you know, reading my stuff and just giving me a second opinion. But she's finding her feet and she's finding her space in the world, and it is the most beautiful thing to watch. So there you go. That's a little, sorry, it's a little long. I'm just going to finish folding all of these clothes because our, like I said, our help, the one lady who's here helping us is not around. So I'm trying to, we're all sharing the housework and the cooking and the everything on top of doing school and all of that. But that's life. That's life, and we just roll with the punches and we keep on standing up and just put one foot in front of the other. Anyway, we're approaching the weekend. I wish you all a great weekend coming up. My niece is getting married tomorrow, like I mentioned. Oh, which reminds me, honey, we have to take the thing down to her place. I better go and do that. Okay, have a great evening, and I will talk to you again very soon. Binakpakalev.